Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Carla. I am an astrologer and a galactic astrologer, and if you've been already around here, thank you for support me and my work. Today I will share with you some perspectives about the new moon in Gemini happening today. So happy new moon, where we are going to take a look first to the traditional astrology layers, and then we are going to dive a little bit more about the galactic alignments, and last but not least, we are taking a look today on asteroids and dwarf planets. So this moon is a moon with the sun and the moon at 6 degrees of Gemini. So take a look in your chart where exactly is the position of 6 degrees of Gemini, because there will be happening a new perspective, a new beginning, new way of thinking, new understanding. So it's important for all of us take a look in our chart just to apply better this information. When we take a look on moons, full moons, or in this particular case new moons, we used to check first where the ruler of the sign where the moon is at this moment it is. And interesting enough, Mercury, that is the ruler of Gemini, is right there at the same sign. The previous day, yesterday, Sunday, this planet entered into the same energy of the moon and the sun, and it's really, really near to an asteroid, Icarus, that they will be talking about, and Uranus, that is almost at the last couple of days in Gemini, ready to move into the next position. Next to Mercury, we can see Uranus, even when it's at the last minutes of Taurus, and in between Sun, Moon, and Mercury is Icarus, that is actually an asteroid that we are going to talk about later. But I want to bring that in this particular moment, when we are having a beginning with this super Gemini energy, we will be feeling that it's moment to talk, to think. We are in alignment to bring more and new ideas and perspective. Everything will be feeling fresh and new, and we are more open to share what is happening inside of us. And at the same time, something that is important too, we are needing other people perspective. As you know, Gemini is a twin sign, so we have this other person perspective. Even the conversation that we are having with ourselves is something that's happening, because all it's about communication. This is a beautiful new moon to start a podcast, a YouTube channel. If you want to make an announcement or something new that you are going to do, or you want to share with the world or with the people that is around you, this is a perfect moment to do it. What makes this new moon particularly different is that we have a good aspect with Pluto, and Pluto is bringing the possibility in this new beginning for us to, even when we are trying to find new perspective, fresh point of view, and seeing the things from different sides, Pluto is asking us or providing us the chance to stay, going into more deeply understanding, and at the same time navigate with the joy that Gemini is all about, bringing the perspective of this new world, new humanity, and the way to actually put ourselves at the service of the all. So this bringing in mind, we will see that we are having a cosmic kite here in this configuration. And the other point is pointing Saturn and actually Neptune, that are both now. Few days ago Saturn entered into Aries, and both are right there bringing a new perspective, actually activating this new archetype of the cosmic warrior or the mythic warrior, and how to bring or create a new structure, a new reality inside of us, how to create a new space where we can bring to the daily light this connection with the spirit that actually Neptune is all about. And in the other side, we have the super galactic center. And probably you know a bit about it because it's something that everyone start talking about when it's into galactic astrology. And particularly for me, super galactic center have this magnet and this energy that it's feel like cosmic divine father support, bringing into this equation the chance to understand that whatever we are going to create in this new archetype that will be different for all of us, of Saturn in alignment in Aries with Neptune, will be for a better good and for something bigger that it's about to happen, not only in our world, in a world, outside world, and galactic reality. Let's see what is, because we are now trying to get into this new level of energy. So, this being said, remember that actually these two planets in front of the galactic center receiving all this energy is Pegasus sheet. And actually we've been talking about this, all of us galactic astrologers been talking about this particular star in Pegasus constellation, that it's actually the energy that bring us the orientation to be quiet inside of us, connecting with our family, taking care of them, and when we are protecting them at the same time, we can become in a workaholics that trying to get ambition to taking care of them, but at the same time when we are going outside of our home, we're trying to be peacemakers and negotiate with a bigger perspective of how to be able to handle something that can be really challenging for us now, that is these two timelines that are actually working outside, because we can be navigating actually an ascensional one, and many other people are still in our daily life connecting with us for different reasons, because are around us as neighbors, as mother, father of someone at the school of our kids, can be part of people that we're working with, and all of them actually used to have a very different perspective as the perspective that we are, and we need to be the grown-up in this equation and make pieces with them, because actually many times starseeds tend to be angry or disgust with the 3D world, and of course this is not something that come with people that live in that perspective, that live in fear, that live actually thinking that we are apart from God and from others. This is just a consequence of something that we despise, that is that terror narratives that we grow with in a world that was absolutely unnatural or non-natural for us. But she is here to let us know that we will receive all that we need to be able to become new leaders of this new world that is about to be stronger by the day, and of course this will be something that at the end of the day will be made us stay in a position of leaders in different ways, leaders of new way of thinking in our home, in our community, in our work. And being in balance is absolutely necessary, because we must understand that we want to create and protect this new world for all humans being able to live if they want to. So having this in mind, remember that this beautiful energy that is in alignment with Pluto, that is Altair in Aquila constellation, is the one that will be bringing all the time to us the courage and bravery to become in those leaders, and having in mind that it's not them against us, that if we are angry or disappointing, or if we don't want to deal with the 3D level, it's not about people, it's about the old matrix that we are not belong to anymore. So have that in mind, because this could be a moment for being open and share even with people in other timeline, and just make us able to understand what is going on, what they are suffering for, and what we can do, create or make possible in a new reality for them to feel invited, safe, and open to navigate this change that could be really, really chaotic for them to understand or navigate too. This being said, we have Hairum 1 right here in this moment, in alignment with the moon, the sun, and Mercury in Gemini. And actually, this star that is part of Taurus constellation, it's even 3 degrees of Aldebaran, the fixed star of Taurus constellation, is here to bring those that are here to be the protector of the wisdom of a new reality. And not only that, we are protectors of the peace of that new reality, and we must be compassionate, balancing our heart with our mind, to be able to use our intuition to make new kind of art, just for all of those that are not longer able to understand the new from the old narrative perspective that they born, being able to connect heart to heart with that art creations that we are about to, of course, share with the world, because we are in this particular moment in time when we want to communicate about the new with the rest. I want to bring, last but not least, an important perspective of these 4 points that I wanted to share with you in the next graphic, just for all of you have in mind that we are not only having this perspective, we have a T-mutable square between Icarus and the galactic center. Then we have Gongon, a dwarf planet, and Persephone, and then we have Aquila. So this is something important to understand from my perspective, because probably this is a warning for us, starseed, for what can be happening after the 3 months that we are about to navigate with Saturn in Aries. And it's important because Saturn take time to come back to Aries, was there for the last time in 1996. But at the same time, every single time that we have a new moon chart, we can see the seed of something that will be growing and manifesting from now to the end of this cycle, when Gemini be at the sky having a full moon, that will be on December 4th. So in between, we are having this small cycle of Saturn in Aries, then coming back to Pisces until next year, that coming back for good. And this is a moment where the first 3 months will be interesting to navigate, and the next couple of months from September to December, I think that this information will be key to understand why we or what kind of proof or exams we are going to give, because we are having more to understand during this year 2025, when we are making adjustments just to be ready to be in our new place, new work, new kind of service, new point of creation. So having this in mind, remember that for me, Galactic Center is a door, a beautiful portal where we are having to and receiving all this divine mother energy, and pointing that is Icarus, bringing the sensation that when we are going to make and create as new during this new moon cycle, and we are about to communicate, can become in a good way to actually take ourselves out of any kind of prison mind that we are living in. Even we can bring new solutions for those that can feel themselves in a perspective or in this prison mind. But remember that Icarus, at the moment that decide to prepare this beautiful fur wings and take himself from the earth to the sun in the last few minutes, when he felt that he made it, that finally was able for him to visit the sun. That was a moment of previous to the fall. So this can be a warning for us to understand that we must to check our own ego mind, because sometimes we will be trying to make more than we can to save others, to save an idea, or to put ourselves out there trying to become in someone or something that we are not really who we are in our essence. So having that in mind, beautiful if you wanna go out there and promote new services or whatever. But after September, it is time to see the other side of wherever we are creating. And probably if we are not having from that moment on too much energy or too much understanding, take a time to navigate those months until see how this become in a reality in December. Because sometimes with something happen in long term, we have these upside downs, and are just natural, are part of the energies that we are about to navigate, and the challenge that we are going to face during the next few months. This being said, in the other 2 points of this T square that are creating a vessel or a playground for us, we have Aquila, that actually for us always bring the perspective. Achilles here, that is the strongest warrior that never was vulnerable before, bring us again the perspective that we must understand that something surprisingly is about to downfall. So having that in mind, we must to take a look in who is the other side having this conversation in opposition to him. And we have Gongon, that is actually a dwarf planet that brings the empathic consciousness, the desire to participate and rejoin the flow of life. So for me, this is something about the two phases of realities. the reality is having these two timelines, and we can be in one side, but we must understand that strongest warrior that is in front of us, that looks like invulnerable at the end of the day, can have some kind of problem or situation that will be bring to us to see the weakness and see the downfall of that archetype too. At the same time, Gongon is right there next to Persephone, and this asteroid in astrology represents autonomy, choice, cycles, choices being taken from us, and the moment that we are owning the ones and the wheels that make us reclaim that sovereignty and that was taken from us. So it's interesting because even when at the beginning something or someone can feel powerless, having this possibility to take all this playground around us in count, we can choose and see which alignments bring us the most inspirational energy just for us to navigate where it's about to happen in those months later from September to December, when wherever is now our beautiful idea could be hijacked or putting or taking some challenge in front of us. It's time to navigate, remembering that we are having the support that we need to bring the new into our life, to bring the new into the reality for all. So having this in mind, we know that something that now brings us so much joy to share with the world will be finally in a few months putting in proof and needing to make any kind of exam or any kind of facing challenging moments. This is part of those energy playground that we are living, that are not actually stopping us, but they will be trying to make these push-pull energetic linears that we are trying to avoid, or even if we are in alert before of that, we can understand what is about to happen later on in this reality. So hopefully this could be something interesting for you to hear. I hope that this supports you and your projects. Hope you are having a beautiful new moon in Gemini, and we will be seeing again soon for the next beautiful full moon in Sagittarius. Bye bye for now.